It is Cody from the Keepers of Nerdom. How you doing? Wanted to talk with you really quickly about several things. The first one is Warhammer 40k battle update, and then I wanted to actually look through the wonderfulness that is new Fortnite items. You're seeing one right in front of you, and a few other random news things. We'll just kind of click as we go. But Warhammer 40k update, got to play a game on Saturday of Necrons versus World Eaters, and we still haven't quite gotten down to secondaries yet. We're on the edge of that. That's our next big piece to add to the game, so we understand that. We're just waiting for getting the hold of the mission packs. But let's see. I brought Necron Warriors with Chronomancer and 2 Crypto Thralls. I had Nightbringer, a Locust Destroyer for keeping backfield objectives, and Lichguard with Vargard, Oberon, and Nemesis Zandrek. My opponent had a full squad of 10 of their battle line units, and then a squad of 5. The squad of 10 had a leader that made them have Fights First ability, and that was quite terrifying. But the big things that were really terrifying is fielding Angron. We were doing a 1,000-point battle, and I don't think I fired at Angron like twice ever in the match, just for kicks and giggles, just to see what would happen. But really my target was the other thing on the field, which was a Forge Fiend. Never seen one before. Crazy stuff. This friend 3D printed it. It's only 150 points, and if you look at its profile, you can give it at least 3 weapons that have blast and are just devastating. Because they have like -3 AP with 3 damage. They were tearing into my Lichguard and my Necron Warriors. Well, the time they fired at Necron Warriors, they like missed most of them, which was really weird. But the Lichguard, when they would fire at them, would just absolutely hammer them completely. It was bizarre. So pretty strong stuff. We got to turn 4, and at the bottom of turn 4, realized that he couldn't stop me from scoring my points. And so I was going to end up tying him, even though he had cleared off my Necron Warriors, because I didn't have them with the full durability. And I didn't have them... Yeah, just full durability, no Overlord. I was trying to make points match up. And then my Lichguard, he basically had a squad that was really designed to fight close combat as well. So then very strong against that combat. Needless to say, that was pretty insane. I did clear his big group of 10 that actually came out and damaged, like with 2 wounds, his Forge Fiend, and that's all I did the entire game. He cleared my Lichguard unit, and the 2 leaders stayed alive till the end of the game, which they were gonna die at some point when if Angron got to take a turn. But yeah, I only cleared out 1 full unit. He wiped out my Necron Warriors, and so my Chronomancer was left by himself at the end of the game when we called it. And then I had Vargard, Oberon, Nemesis Zandrek, my Locust Destroyer still sitting in the back hiding, and Nightbringer never actually got to engage in any way other than firing his gaze long-range stuff once. It was crazy. So overall, like, they just tore me a new one, but because of points, I ended up scoring a tie, and if I had, I think, advanced and gotten a decent roll with the advance for Nightbringer, it would have been possible to have scored 5 extra points ahead of him. Very interesting. I think Warhammer 40k 10th edition is both in a really good spot in a way, but then not in a good spot, because how do I illustrate it, right? It seems like, well, the Fortune was fascinating because the weaponry on it, I don't know that I have anything weaponry-wise that can fully equate to it, except for maybe Locust Heavy Destroyers, which might be technically cheaper for 3 of them. But durability-wise, they're so much less durable. Like, scarily so. Because they don't have an invuln save. They have... I mean, for 3 of them, you'd have 12 wounds. And I think it's like 40 points per model. So 120. And their gun is technically more powerful, but yet the Forge Fiend gets more shots. So I think more shots with a little bit less damage can actually be more devastating, because then it actually goes through into squads, but also it can go into heavier stuff as well. Because I think it was like a strength 8 weapon. Yeah, it was just bizarre to see a point cost for a thing that was decently durable with I believe an invuln save of like a 5. Just have the ability to answer things so well and not be able to get to him because I was having to deal with the other stuff, which is a good play, right? To protect the big gun behind the scenes, protect it with the chaff stuff that's still durable enough to handle it because AP went down. I'm just in a weird spot. Like, Necrons I'm so happy with because we are durable, especially if you build them to be durable. I didn't have Orc and the Diviner in my Necron Warriors because that would have made some difference, but there was times like that game, my rolls were bad. Really bad. So just a little different. But yeah, overall it was a fascinating game. Learned a lot. Sometimes I think the big models either get priced out of existence of usefulness, or they have the opposite where they get priced very, very well. Very well. And it's a bit confusing as to why their price is where they are at. And I think Forge Fiend's one of those that I'm like, please help me understand why this is priced the way it is. But Fortnite has had some crazy good collaborations. Right here you're seeing Bender. He is on the list of awesomeness. You know, we've had just so many good things over the past several sets of stuff. It cracks me up. So we also have Leela and Fry from the there he is. Philip J. Fry, and I just love the cell shading animation. It looks good. You know, the fact that we could have a game where RoboCop and Philip Fry are in the same game battling and you're just derping around and having fun. And Leela's here somewhere, I'll find her. But we had the T800? Yeah, it should be. Exoskeleton, which I absolutely love. I think it's still my favorite of the two, but I had to get it because this is just fantastic. Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator. And you can do battle damage or just regular, and then sunglasses on or off, which the sunglasses off on battle damage looks fantastic, but I do like the sunglasses just because they look really cool and you can see the red through them. Really good stuff, right? And then there's Leela. The only thing I would say is it's just sometimes, especially on Philip, his mouth kind of disappears into the design. Let's go back real quick. You can see it. Right there. It's like his mouth is just kind of gone. Like the line just disappears. It's just kind of odd, and then it reappears at points. It's just interesting. Like the cell shading seems like it could be a little better. I love the concept of it. It's missing some pieces to make it like really good. Yeah. You know, I think Fortnite's in a pretty good spot. I don't know that the season's like amazing, but we do have like Optimus Prime. Where is he? But this is some good stuff. Other news. Let's see. Disney just seems like it's slowly collapsing, on itself again and again and again, and it's kind of funny in a sad way, just how bizarre it's collapsing in on itself, because it shouldn't be doing this. It should not be having these issues, but it's like they just got so many bad decisions over time. They've decided that, why are so many of these like highlighted in white? You notice that? What's going on there? Oh, what's going on there? And then it's gone. That's weird. I don't know what that is. But why is that? Like, what's going on at Disney? Like, obviously some of it's they got woke and then tried to fight against Florida, and that didn't go very well. Well, it's apparently my cursor, kind of, or things I've accidentally like kind of clicked on. Weird. But yeah, it's a weird mess, and I think if anything, it's just gonna get stranger and stranger. Yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you are thinking about Disney as we are into some of the craziest stuff ever. with it. I've been Cody from the Keepers of Nerddom, and I hope that you're playing some Warhammer and enjoying some Fortnite. Take care, y'all. Bye.